Good afternoon, body of Christ. I hope everybody had a good week. Today is Friday, and I'm preparing for my weekend. And then shortly, the fall is going to be over, and my kids going back to school, so I won't be on Facebook that much. But when I do get a chance, it'll be more of putting a video on up to encourage you to keep pushing out. And I thank God for this hour that he's able to sit everybody down, that they can have the time to think and try to seek him, because if it wasn't for COVID-19, a lot of people wouldn't be seeking God. They wouldn't be sitting still long enough, because everybody always wanted to find something that they had to get into or somewhere to go. And now it's not really a lot of places to go, so that's why I thank God right now that he's able to make sure that we be able to come together, even if it's on internet, to be able to fellowship and continue to encourage each other to keep pushing on and keep going on. And at this hour, I noticed that another thing that God is doing, he's starting to get younger people, they're starting to get married and get engaged. That's a good sign, because with all this crazy stuff that's going on with us in the world right now, a lot of people don't think that marriage is honorable, and that's what God look in the sight of his eyes. You don't want to be caught being a fornicator, an adulterer, and then be in hell because you thought that God is not looking at things. He's looking at things, and he's not smiling when he's looking down at these things that everybody's doing. So you want to live right, you want to live holy, you want to live righteous, you want to be able to love people. That's why I say you got to be able to love people. That's why I say I done met a few people this week, and it's amazing how God connect you with people when he disconnect you with the wrong people, that you can be able to fellowship with them, you'll be able to talk to them, just be down to earth. It's hard to find down to earth people that's able to be themselves, because some people got this thing that they think, since you're a woman of God or whatever, you're not supposed to dress a certain way, or you're supposed to have this and that. I dress how I feel to be comfortable, and what situation or what event I'm about to go to. And what I dress like and what I look like has nothing to do with who I am, because my mind, my body, and my soul and spirit is the one. But the one thing that matters is your heart. If you got a good heart, that's why I say it's hard to find people with good hearts nowadays. You got people that's on so much deceit nowadays. They're always trying to get over on somebody or manipulate people. And that's why I told God this year, my new season, I want everybody to be in my circle to be honest, trustworthy, and loyal. I don't need nobody that's not loyal and dishonest, because if you can't trust those people to be with you, because they'll sell you out, they'll do anything to save themselves, and it'll be survival of the fittest, survival of self. And you don't want nobody to throw you up under the bus that ain't really honorable, because the real children of God, they're going to stick with you, they're going to be helping you, they're going to be there for you. And that's what you have to seek God for, because like when I was doing my journal yesterday, I put down all the new things that I need to put on there, and all the kind of people that I would prefer to meet this season, because it's been too many years of me having all these counterfeits. I'm ready for the real deal. I'm ready for the real people. I ain't ready for the hypocrites. I'm not ready for the phony folks and the liars and the deceivers. I don't have time for that, because you know what? God's going to give me the intent of your heart. That's why I thank God every day that he's able to let me discern a person's heart, because before I get myself caught up too deep in any situation. And you know what? I wish I would have had that years ago, because a lot of people I would have never even been friends with, because they weren't trustworthy to be a friend. And with my daughter starting school next week, it's gonna be challenging with me working third shift and then getting off and then helping her get online. But I know God to give me strength to do it and get by and make sure I help her in school. So I know for a fact I won't have much time on Facebook, but I'll get on there and read some posts and everything. That's why this time of consecration was the time for me to do as much studying as much I could now while I had the time to do it. And I want everybody to stay encouraged and keep going on and keep pushing on and keep going for the high calling of God that's on your life, and don't let nothing and nobody and no situation stop you from getting to your goal. Even whatever God told you that he wants you to do for next year, start writing it down, start working on it now, because God tells you a time for a specific reason to get things out, and you have to be obedient, because that's the time when things going to manifest in your life. because he knows a time and season when stuff is to go and when it's just to be still. And that's why I said it. And I know when to be still. And that's a lot of people's problem. They're always doing something and they don't know how to sit down and be still enough to be able to hear the voice of God. And I thank God for being able to hear his voice and be able to speak forth what he gave me this season. It was a good word. And a lot of the posts were confirming everything he said to me. And some of the things I kept to myself. Because you have to do that. Because Steve mode, a lot of people don't know. When you got people monitoring you and trying to pray for your downfall, I learned my lesson years ago. You have to go on Steve mode. They don't need to know your every move until afterwards, because you don't want nobody doing sabotage against you before God bless you. And I'm in the season of blessings. I'm not. I had to go against and pray against curses, because you'll have people on here that you met and people that you ever dealt with trying to curse you. Because you're doing good and you following God. You don't want that either. So you ask God to send you people that's reliable, trustworthy, loyal, and faithful, just like he is. That's why he called the true witness faithful and true. And that's what you should be too. But have a good one, and God bless you, and continue to go on and keep on moving on in the things of God. Bye-bye, and have a nice one.